What's up, everybody? My name's Big Cam and welcome back to another movie review. And today we're talking about 2025's The Old Guard 2 from director Victoria Mahoney, who I don't recognize from a whole lot, but it says she's done other films like 7 Seconds, I Am the Night, Yelling to the Sky was her directorial debut. Another movie called Searching, but that's short, maybe short film. Interesting, but she did a decent job. I mean, she did kind of a similar job to the first movie. You know, I didn't see much of a tonal difference between the two movies, although something felt different about the two. But for some reason, this film still I enjoyed. You know, the Kiki, Layne, the Charlize Theron playing the Dramake, you know, Andy, you know, Matthias. Not gonna try his last name again, playing Booker. You know, I like that he came back, but now he has, you know, most of them came back. Joe, Nikki, even Queenie, friggin' CHIWETEL, EJIOFOR, Copley came back, and then they added people like Henry Golding, who played Tua, and then Uma Thurman, who played Discord. And honestly, the cast was pretty good. I like how much, like, world history is in it, but also action, right? Like, she's obviously, Uma Thurman is Kill Bill's, right? So she's the sword expert, and I love that they have like the logo, the symbol of the Old Guard is like her axe, is Charlize Theron's axe, and there's another one with like a staff, stabbing baton type thing, a little knife, and then some other sword guys. But it does seem they're going to leave this story open for a third movie, because that's the one gripe I really have with this film, is that I felt like they could have wrapped it up with like maybe made this like a 2.5 hour film and then gave us like the last 45 minutes of like her chasing down Uma Thurman. But instead it's kind of like she lost to Uma Thurman, and maybe round 2 it will pick up next movie, you know what I mean, that type of thing. But overall, I really do enjoy this film. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, you know, I'm sure there's like homophobes out there that are going to be like, there's a gay couple, there's a lesbian couple, and they just internally combust or something. But for me, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm kind of into it. Charlize Theron has Queenie, you know, they're kind of supposed to be in a relationship together, and then maybe at the end they're going to team up and go together. And then, you know, Nikki and Joe are together, so like, there's certain relationships in this movie between characters that I really buy into, and of course, you know me, I'm a sucker for a love story, so if there's a good love story in there, your boy Big Cam's gonna be there. And then there's also good action in it. So, you know, for a Netflix movie, it's great. For a normal movie, it's very good, you know, very well done. And overall, I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars, about a 7 out of 10. I think the last movie I gave a 7 out of 10 as well, and I would have gave it like maybe like a 7.1, 7.2. This one more like a 7.5, 7.6, you know, maybe mid 7s. Not quite as low as the other one, but overall on Letterboxd, still about a 3.5 out of 5 stars. About a 7 out of 10. Comment below your score for this movie, and what do you think of The Old Guard 2, and if an Old Guard 3 comes out, would you be here for it? But also, you know, what do you think of this cast? You know, Kiki, Layne, I'm obsessed with. Every time I see her as Nile, I'm like, yep, nope, she's great. I want to see her in more stuff. But then they brought in Uma Thurman's friggin' badass, swords fighting ass. Eternity has a price, and this is her, Uma Thurman's cover here. But, God, seeing her wield that sword in this, it made me think and feel that Kill Bill 3 is very possible. Will Quentin Tarantino want to do that? Probably not, but maybe, you know, he said he wanted to do 11 films, but technically he counts Kill Bill Part 1 and 2 as one film, so maybe he can get away with doing a Kill Bill Volume 3 and be like, wait, nope, that's all part of the same film, I'm going to make another film after this anyways. Because the last one he was going to make, he apparently isn't making anymore, so like, we need more Quentin Tarantino in my life. Uma Thurman playing Kill Bill again, and then, you know, maybe Maya Hawke, her daughter, in there somehow. I'd be here for. I'd be really, really here for. But also Charlize Theron, in interviews for this, said that, like, maybe they're going to be taking a break between these two movies when asked, like, hey, is there going to be a third movie? And I was like, but the way that this ended, it seemed like there may already be a third movie greenlit and ready to go. But maybe Charlize Theron's going to be filming some Marvel movies. You know, we still haven't seen her come back as Clea for like Doctor Strange. So Maybe she's going to be in a Doctor Strange 3. Maybe she'll be in the Avengers movies. Who knows? But I'm thinking that might be why she's like, yeah, I'm going to take a break for a little bit. No, I think they're going to start writing the script and figuring out the next Old Guard movie while she goes and does a couple other films, because she's definitely a busy person. I mean, shit, who knows, they might go back and do like a Fury Road Part 2. I would love to see that too, because Fury Road, I mean, Furiosa was great, but Fury Road was phenomenal. I mean, it just was so storyboarded out and so perfect. George Miller really crushed it with that. But as far as Netflix, The Old Guard 2, I enjoyed it. I did. But I also don't know if this is like a July movie. You know, like the amount of stuff that's coming out in July right now. Maybe an action popcorn movie, stay at home and watch. I could see it. I could see it. But I was really surprised that CHIWETEL came back to do this movie. You know, like he didn't need to. He doesn't need to do this type of thing. Like, he definitely could be busy elsewhere, but maybe not. Maybe, you know, he did Venom 3 and this, so maybe he's not so busy and he's just like, alright, I need some work. But comment below your thoughts on this movie, and if you've made it this far in the video and you've made it through my rambling, thank you guys so much. If you would like to follow my other social medias, links for those down in the description below. My name's Big Cam once again. Thank you guys so much for coming on by. The best way to support the channel is liking this video, commenting down in the comment section below, hitting that bell so you don't miss future videos and you get the notifications when they come out. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to support the channel. Once again, my name is Big Cam, and I will see you beautiful people in the next one. Peace.